Hi Virgo, welcome to the end of November 2019. I have a tarot card reading for you all the way through to the beginning of December. Astrologically, Scorpio season has been quite a whirlwind. The end of this month, however, promises no less. There's a lot going on. Yesterday, the 18th, we saw Mercury going direct again, being in the sign of Scorpio. An emphasis on a lot of communication that may have been hidden, things that you were hoping to come to some sort of decision about, come to a culmination with. You, I think, are feeling a lot freer to be able to do so. Definitely Mercury retrograde of endings and certainly rebirths, new beginnings. On the 19th, which is today, we see Mars going into Scorpio. This is definitely the right kind of energy to sum things up, to come to conclusions, to bring things to the surface, and I think execute quite efficiently. Definitely. Sun into Sagittarius on the 22nd, and I think definitely a light-hearted relief to perhaps any emotional pulls that Scorpio season might have had. Sagittarius season definitely, I think, is much more of a light-hearted sign. It is a time to connect to something bigger, greater than ourselves, and offer some sort of spiritual release as well as enlightenment just through joy, through the purpose of joy. We've got the new moon in Sagittarius coming up on the 26th, which will be a great day for manifestation. It'll also be a great time to get yourself in alignment and get yourself ready to receive. Okay, so I've got the Emperor card and the Five of Pentacles. Looks like Mercury retrograde has been lining you up for a position of authority, Virgo. Five of Pentacles, however, I think the real thing that you might need to focus on for the end of this month is your confidence, because you're really being offered two parallels here. You've got the option of staying in the small, that Five of Pentacles kind of very limited mindset. You've really got to train yourself almost now. I think this October video was exactly about this. The one that was titled CEO. I would check that out. That's the October reading. I think look back to that. It might bring up these changes in the planets, might bring up some more of those feelings of lack or doubt or insecurities about how you cannot perhaps manage this emphasis, this Emperor emphasis. Mars goes into Scorpio, definitely a time that gives you more energy, more charge, more incentive, more motivation to want to do things authoritatively, thoroughly, and perhaps displaying a lot more of your skills, your talents. Five of Pentacles, though, really, again, be mindful of your energies. There is a lot going on, especially on the 24th. That is definitely a day that focuses quite heavily on luck, money, power, and control. The new moon, again, in Sagittarius on the 26th is going to be fantastic for manifesting and manifesting tangible. So where you are creating things out of nothing, how you're seeing them drawn into your life. Five of Pentacles really for me is a place of lack, and no one ever manifested anything worthwhile from a place of lack. I think Sagittarius season, new moon in Sagittarius, will give a lift to any heavy, dense Scorpio energies naturally. And I think with Venus entering Capricorn, love becomes a bit more pragmatic. The Emperor role might seem one to fit naturally or a lot easier while Mars is in Scorpio. I've got here the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, The Six of Pentacles. This is a lot of moving away from energy. Eight of Cups. I feel as if you are beginning to know something too well. You are beginning to have studied, looked at something way too much, and I feel you might be ready for a new challenge or a new adventure. When Neptune goes direct again on the 27th, a lot more is going to become clearer. Scorpio and Mars, Neptune direct, Neptune in Pisces, ultimate illusionary situation. Virgo's been going through this for 12 years now. Neptune and Pisces right in your relationship sector, a lot of things would have been really confusing, not necessarily making a lot of sense. Valuable lessons nonetheless, of course, but I think this Eight of Cups energy is Neptune going direct again, things sort of making themselves clear, where it is that you are ready for your next adventure, where it is that you are now ready to cycle out perhaps even an aspect of your behavior, your emotional contentment, how it might seem as if, Virgo, there is something else that you need to attain at this point. You've looked at something too long. Six of Swords here, Virgo. This is movement. This is travel. I have here it's so difficult. This is the Deviant tarot cards. Deviant Moon tarot cards. We're still using these as it is still Scorpio season. For me, this card really is depicting you having weathered something fairly, moving on from something that has given you its worth, its value. A cycle of growth, knowledge for sure. Whatever it is, I think it's done serving its purpose to you. You are now moving on to greener pastures. This could be with a job, a relationship, a phase of life even. Six of Pentacles. Looks like you will be receiving or you will be in the position of giving. Finances, definitely. Abundance, of course. Give and take, for sure. Five of Cups. Whatever is spilt, I think, for you wasn't good anymore. Five of Cups. Whatever is spilt for you, Virgo, was not good for you. There's nothing else you can take from it because the good that it had, the purpose that it needed to serve, it's already served. Two of Cups here, though. I would really keep an eye on what you have and work with that because best believe it's enough. It really is. If you're to take those 2 cups and add them to the 8 of Cups, that's your 10 cups. So why is it then both of these cards are cards of moving away from what you know? 7 of Wands. Because it's time to receive some sort of goodness. It's time to receive that sign. It's time to walk into the illuminated path after a really long trek through a process that's ultimately led you to the 10 of Cups. The end of this month is going to be an illuminated path for you, Virgo. Seven of Wands. This is all the things that you find in front of you after the victory phase has set in. 9 of Swords. Yet the paranoia remains. This is just all of this back and forth energy with the planets, Virgo. I hope you know that. So don't make monsters out of stuff that you don't need to. 9 of Swords. This is what you're doing to yourself. Cleanse your sleeping space, Sagitt. Make sure that your sleeping space is literally for sleeping. Sacred relaxation, meditation. Not for stress, fret and worry. That's a sacred space where one does, one's recharging. Don't use it for negative stuff. Painful stuff. Like bad thoughts and bad energies. Don't invite that to your sleeping space. And ultimately make sure that you are resting enough to deal with all of these massive changes that will be taking place. Including enough sleep to be rational enough to know that the signs that the universe is showing you right now can really manifest their true industry is if you are a little bit easier on yourself here, Virgo. Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, industry, slow but steady success. If you are freaking out because it's taking so long and the success is so la 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 la, first of all, that's not the right attitude to have. This is slow and steady, solid in success. So would you rather focus on the industry or the flash in the pan nature of success? Quick to come is quick to go. This is going to stick around forever. Don't let Scorpio season spook you, Virgo. What on earth? This is only Mercury going direct again. I know it plays a bit funny with Virgos and people with Virgo in their charts. And even Geminis, it really does stuff to their heads. They get a bit funny. Emphasis is massively on communication. It is the season of death, transition, rebirth, renewal. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything and all the doors will open for you, Virgo. Easy does it, Virgo. This is my magical messages from the fairies. Mercury's still in shadow phase, so my speech is a bit funny. And I tell you guys this with every Mercury retrograde. You guys should know this by now. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents and increase your confidence. This card came up in your monthly read. There is obviously things that need you to pour your energy into, perhaps less fretting and staying up at night and seeing yourself as less than and allowing negative energy in your ears, people with their negative nonsense. Why don't you use that time and that energy, Virgo, to practice whatever this thing is? I was thinking about this yesterday. Here we go. Flower power. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. Lovely. Autumn. In the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. If I'm right, it's autumn. So it looks like things are quite close to coming together and you're about to reap a harvest of abundance, Virgo. Can we get out of this Five of Pentacles for a second to be able to get enough sleep if we let the Nine Swords go? And take the 2 cups that are still there, because they ultimately are all you need with your 8 of Cups to make 10. So that would make it time for you to receive this harvest of abundance. Summer. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So you've obviously got from now until summer to complete, achieve, attain, connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. Again, this is what we spoke about in the monthly read. And birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question. Now, I know that our birthdays have just gone past, so could this be somebody else's birthday? Does anybody have a birthday coming up? It could have a significant answer to your questions. Right, I've got the romance cards here. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I think with all of this backwards and forwards with the planets, a little bit of downtime for you, Virgo, might be necessary. Just to check yourself again. Just to see that you're not making situations a lot harder for yourself than you need to, because it seems as if... What did that card say? Easy does it. Yes, there we go. Stop trying so hard to control everything. Ooh. Cards are jumping out everywhere. What have we got? Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, Virgo. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith brings romance. So, you know, you're going to have to maybe let the powers be take sovereign over situations right now. And I know that sounds very detached. But I think, Virgo, sometimes the answer really is to detach. And Scorpio season might have taught you that. Deaths, rebirths, renewals even in one's own self-esteem, self-belief. But it's all cyclical. Ostara, fertility. Now is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So, from now up until the end of November, Virgo, it is the perfect time for you to start new projects. Whatever you've been thinking about, whatever you wanted to do, if you've been waiting for the end of Mercury retrograde, that's now happened. If you want to wait 2 more weeks up until the end of the month, fine. But Mars and Scorpio energy really is like, come on, let's do this. Let's get on with it. It's a good time to do it. I think the energy will be there. Start those new projects. Access new ideas. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups. 5 and 5, 10, 9, 19, 2019. Can we do one thing? Just from anything, any manifestation, self-help, self-healing, anyone worth listening to will tell you that these are a lot. These things are really what we do to ourselves. They'll keep you in a limited pattern of life. They'll be quite negative. Soon they might even feel... You'll feel resentful for them. Do one thing, Virgo. Leave these here. Okay? End of November, 5 of Pentacles, which is that self-limiting belief, feeling less than, not feeling worthy of more than those 5 Pentacles. feel like you're being watched, feel like your earning potential is limited. Access new ideas. So access enough sense to know that 5 of Pentacles is so much to do with limiting beliefs that lead to self-fulfilling prophecies. 5 of Cups. Don't leave your cups out so recklessly. Take a bit more authority for yourself emotionally. Yes, I'm saying it. And don't let people kick those cups over, and don't kick those cups over yourself. If you're going to let yourself get played, you're inevitably going to drain your own vitality, empty those cups out into the drain like it was pointless, worthless, nothing. Have a bit more respect and love for yourself, Virgo, than to just empty your heart out in mindless relationships, habits that are not for your best interest, things that just are not good for you. Let's leave that here too. 9 of Swords. That crazy paranoia, that not feeling able to overcome, that's a devil. And that shit will lie to you and keep you down. Don't do that. Access these new ideas that contradict or wipe out or eradicate these cards. Instead, you are the Emperor. Give birth to new conditions. 7 of Wands. You will naturally be given things right now. Things will naturally come into your path. 6 of Pentacles. You will be given what you need. 6 of Swords. It's time to make that journey, that transition. Give birth to these new conditions. Okay, Virgo. Five of Swords and the 555, what? I just picked that. Did you guys see that? 5 of Swords. It really is so in your hands what you choose to take with you and what you choose to leave behind. I really just feel that the number 5 isn't necessarily always a bad thing. It's just that it's how we see it, which deciphers whether or not it's bad. So Virgo, whatever may appear to be bad, I don't think it is bad. And I think you quickly get to see how a lot of it is just your perception. And if you really wanted to see, the crux of the message here is trust. Stay optimistic about your love life. Easy does it. Practice, practice, practice. Flower power. Retreat. Connect with nature. Autumn and then summer. These are 2 very auspicious times for you. Somebody's birthday. There's a significant birthday here. And fertility. Thank you so much for watching, Virgo. If you'd like to book a reading, visit Rubyreadstarot.com. Yeah. Have a good end of November. And I shall catch you guys again in Sagittarius season. Take care.